Okay, Ohio State got massively cheated. They got cheated. 4 plays, which led to which let's say at least 3 plays: the weight ejection, the punt, and the fumble that was, we won't say Dobbins, that we won't, we'll say, so we have a 21-point turnaround, and keep in mind they lost by 6. So the referees gave Clemson, either prevented Ohio State or they gave Clemson and added 21 points. So if it was called fair, Ohio State would have won by 16, or 21 minus 15. So the referees cost Ohio State this game. And I don't want to continue to go on about that, but what is the solution to officiating? Well, I don't trust the SEC. I've seen videos about the conference, and I've watched games where it just seems like Alabama gets all the breaks. Alabama will play, and it seems like the officials, they can. It seems like more often than not, they'll make sure Alabama wins. And that I feel sorry for the other teams in the conference. Perhaps I didn't really pay attention when Cam Newton was the quarterback for Auburn, and whether they did the same thing for them. But I have very little respect for SEC officials, and mainly because, what they just did to Ohio State, but also I guess what they do to all the SEC teams, because with my own eyes I have seen them I have seen a lot of bad calls that went in favor of Alabama to ensure that Alabama would win the game and be the representative for the SEC. I don't trust the SEC conference, their officials. So how do we do these bowl games? Well, maybe we shouldn't have conference officials in the first place. Perhaps the NCAA should just have officials, no more conference officials, just NCAA officials, and all their officials rotate between conferences. One game, a referee might referee Northwestern against Illinois. The next game, they might referee Tennessee against South Carolina. The next game, they might referee Arizona State versus Arizona. You get the gist. They go around the country. Now, I know maybe we need to pay the referees more so they can make this their full-time job. With all the revenue that the college, I don't know if it's their full-time job or not. I don't know if that's the reason they keep it regional. I would say with the amount of money that college football gets, we need to do what we can to ensure a fair game. And we get a lot of calls that aren't fair. Sometimes on the field, it's understandable, but in the replay booth, it's crazy. It's that should never happen like that. Well, you shouldn't say that. Humans will make mistakes, but it should rarely happen. So that's my solution. What do you think about my solution? My solution is just to do away with conference officials and have officials rotate between the conferences. So when you do have a game like LSU against Oklahoma and Clemson against Ohio State, you know that you will not have any officials with any ties. You know that you won't have officials with ties to the South. Look, the SEC officials are notoriously bad. But then when you have Ohio State, a team that's northern, playing Clemson, a southern team, with southern officials, look, in the north, northern pride isn't that big of a deal. We favor the United States of America, but southern pride's a real deal. And the southern pride for their football is a real deal. And Ohio State's not a well-liked team. And I'm not just calling out Ohio, it probably would have been the same if they played Wisconsin or whatever, if they made it that far. So we need to get past this regional bias. I don't think just southern officials should call a game between Ohio State and Clemson. Maybe western officials, but not southern. That was wrong. Now, I wouldn't be complaining if the game was called correctly, if it was called right, And what happened in the past is over. The Bible tells us to move on. So we should move on. But we should also try to prevent this from happening again. And I think we do that by not having officials tied to regions. And every officiating team that has like an umpire and a referee, and every team, I think that they need to be a collaboration of people from different areas, not just a southern team. So then when you have like a game against a northern team and a southern team, they won't favor one over the other. So that's my solution. If it's a four-person team, get someone from the west, east, north, and south. So that's what I think needs to happen. Or else, yeah, I never want to see. I mean, I don't think Ohio State should ever have the SEC if I'm SEC official again. And tell you the truth, if I was a fan of Tennessee or South Carolina or anybody else, I wouldn't even want to SEC officials because I know that they favor Alabama. I've seen them favor Alabama. So, all right, well, that's my solution. Thank you very much. God bless you.